In Terraria, you can only spawn a maximum of 1,000 projectiles or 200 NPCs at one time. This is to prevent us from overloading the game and destroying our performance. Now, abusing the projectile and or NPC limit is perhaps the greatest cheese in Terraria, albeit one of the most annoying ones to set up. When done properly, this basically neuters all bosses. When the projectile cap is maxed, bosses are unable to fire any projectiles, making them much easier. I mean, you can't either, but you can just true melee them to death. Hitting the NPC cap can be even more powerful than that in some ways. If you fill all but one of the NPC slots, you can force only one part of the boss to spawn. This means you can get only one of the twins to spawn, a Skeleton Prime with no limbs, or Golem boss already in the final stage. If you fill every NPC slot, you can even block all spawns. This strategy is very useful in speedruns. How is this accomplished though? Well, it's simple. As long as we can summon a massive amount of NPCs or a bunch of lingering projectiles at our will, we're good. The first way that was discovered was the duck statue glitch, which was used in 1.3 before being patched in 1.4. Basically, you needed statues to spawn ducks. Now normally, statues can only spawn a maximum of 10 critters, but in 1.3, when these ducks began to fly, they stopped counting toward that limit. By putting the statue in water, you could very easily do this. And now, bam, nothing can spawn. Since timers can be wired extremely quickly, this was one of the most popular and easy methods before it was patched. 1.4 cleaned up a lot of loose ends and glitches discovered by the community in the 3 years between it and the last update, 1.3.5.3. However, the very next update, 1.4.1, introduced a few terrain glitches with Ectomist. One of them was the beehive, a naturally spawning object that spawns bees upon being disturbed. This is normal, but by adding the ability to craft it, Relogic suddenly gave us the ability to spawn bees on command. This was their shortest lived NPC slot glitch, with it being patched a scant 1 month later in 1.4.1.2. After this, there would be no more NPC slot glitches to my knowledge. However, the 2 projectile limit glitches still work to this day. As of the release date of this video, they still work. You may have heard of these, and these are the beach balls and flare gun glitches. These 2 are lingering projectiles that stick around, meaning if we just place enough of them, we'll eventually fill the limit. The beach ball exploit is the more powerful of the 2. Beach balls are bought from the party girl for 20 copper, meaning it will cost you 2 gold to buy all 1,000. Due to Terraria's unique physics, beach balls in an enclosed space will bounce off each other forever, meaning you can fill a container and win. However, as beach balls don't stack, it's extremely slow to fill a container like this. If you can take 1 second per ball consistently, it takes 16 minutes and 40 seconds. Not to mention you're probably going to be slower than that. The flare gun is the easier but inferior of the 2 exploits. Flares, as you may know, stick to blocks and glow. They also count as projectiles like the beach ball. However, as they only stick to blocks for 10 minutes, there's a time limit to how long this effect will last. With a use time of 18, it will take exactly 5 minutes to place 1,000 flares, meaning you only have 5 minutes of effective time before the first flares begin to disappear. Even though the payoff time isn't great, it's much easier to set up, and it also saves you from the insaneness of this ticking sound that beach balls always make. While these exploits are incredibly powerful, if you intend on doing this, please enable autofire in the settings, otherwise your fingers will probably be dead. Aside from that, there's nothing really more to say other than these exist. Hello, if you're part of the 80% of my audience who isn't subscribed, I ask you to subscribe. Here's a video about the Dungeon Guardian you might be interested in. Either way, thank you for watching, and good day and goodbye.